Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. Here's what today will boil down to. We're going to be pretty hot. Temperatures will be close to records, and we're talking maybe the hottest day of the year so far, into the upper 80s and low 90s for some. However, humidity is high this morning, but it's going to be falling through the afternoon as we start to see those really warm temperatures. And I think we avoid the storms today. I think we're going to be mostly sunny. Just a very, very slight chance for a storm popping up this afternoon in far northeast Iowa. Most of the storms, though, today will be east of the Mississippi River. And just a big pattern shift is on the way. Again, humid this morning, but you see the down arrow as those dew points fall this afternoon. It's going to feel a lot nicer out there, and we're going to see some very crisp air for the weekend and early next week, as dew points will settle into the 40s. And you would think with the fronts coming through, with the humidity this morning, with the record temperatures today, we'd see a severe storm chance. Just not the case. The severe weather ingredients are just not lining up for us, which is a good thing, although they do line up a lot better in the afternoon out to the east. So it's a level 3 out of 5 risk across Wisconsin, Illinois. Again, maybe a storm pops up in, we'll say, Alameda County. It would be in the early stages of development and then would track off pretty quickly into Wisconsin. So I really think a lot of this should be trimmed away, and a very decent chance that we don't see any rain at all for today. Just because there's some stable air in the atmosphere, we're capped. It's going to be hard to even get things going for us today. Partly cloudy skies, though, this morning. That will turn mostly sunny as the warm front lifts on through. It's already warm and humid out there. It's going to get even more humid for a time this morning, and of course hotter. But then the cold front quickly follows suit, and that's going to come through in the middle of the day. So there you see some of the showers and storms popping up just outside of our viewing area off of that cold front, and then they'll progress off to the east. They don't really impact us. And that cold front will eventually bring that relief from the humidity. The temperatures will lag behind a little bit that humidity drop. So even though humidity is going down once the front passes, temperatures keep going up. And again, we top out about the upper 80s, low 90s, and then mid-afternoon, the temperatures will start to come down. Tonight, it's going to be a clear sky. We see our lows down to the 50s, and then some passing clouds for tomorrow. That could come with a few light sprinkles. Secondary cold front in the afternoon, and that will bring in more clouds and maybe a slightly better chance for some scattered rain. Not going to be a whole lot of rain for us there tomorrow, but the secondary cold front will bring in even cooler air and more clouds heading into the weekend. One thing to talk about, though, for today, it is going to be pretty windy. Winds will be shifting from the southeast to the southwest, gusting to 35 miles per hour. You'll see them dipping down a little bit for tonight, and then an even stronger wind for tomorrow, especially behind that second cold front. We'll look at gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So enjoy this one last day of heat while we have it. High temperatures mid 80s in the far north, upper 80s for places like Waterloo and Tama, and then low 90s from Dubuque through Monticello, Cedar Rapids, anywhere south of there, perhaps the low 90s for today. Humidity, though, will be dropping as the day goes on, so that's always good. Brings some relief at least. And I think we'll tie the record perhaps in Dubuque, which is 90, and in Iowa City, which is 91. And within just a few degrees for Waterloo and Cedar Rapids. So that tells you how warm it is. Very unseasonal for this time of the year. Back closer to normal for tonight, mid to upper 50s with winds gusting to 25 miles per hour. And then tonight, or tomorrow rather, we have highs in the mid 70s to low 80s. So still slightly warm there. You see the gusts, though, up to 40 miles per hour. Then after that, we're looking at highs in the 60s for Saturday as we have more clouds and sunshine, but dry. Partly cloudy and really nice on Sunday with a high of 74. And then early next week, Monday through Wednesday, it's going to be a lot of rain and some thunderstorms at times. But that could end up being over 2 inches of rain for the area. That's going to keep our highs in the 60s to near 70. Very windy with that system. And then we'll look pretty nice to close out next week.